here. This is Killer Kyle. And welcome to This is Killer Kyle, and welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. It's the first for Wheels of Fury as we look back at a movie.
Yes, we have talked about our favorite movies in a top 10 list, but never actually gone too in-depth about said movie. So today we're going to talk about the South Park movie, Bigger, Badder, Better.
Yeah, actually it was Bigger, Better, Uncut.
Bigger, Badder, Uncut, okay.
Something like that. I don't know, I get shit wrong all the time. I remember when we did our Wheels of Fury top 10 favorite TV shows, you know, we're quoting South Park, and I screwed up on some of the sayings, but I always seem to do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But this was a good show. I mean, I saw it myself a couple of years ago. Let's say, well, I can't even remember. I think I was in my early 20s or late teens, whatever.
Yeah. One thing about South Park is it's a good movie, or good show actually.
Yeah.
And it's very inappropriate humor.
Yeah. Which is why I wish I could have been in it sooner, but whatever. You know, it's just one of those cartoons that was different from like The Simpsons or even Family Guy.
Yeah.
In its own illustration.
Yeah.
And you have guys like Matt Stone and Trey Parker who South Park they made out to be a crude, like inappropriate movie and TV show.
Yeah.
But they also had like other projects like Basketball, which was a good movie. Just other kinds of weird shit that you don't really see a lot of. I mean, Family Guy's close.
Yeah.
The Simpsons movie could have been much better than it was.
Yeah.
But this movie, you can pretty much quote a lot of it.
Yeah.
The movie is basically, it starts out with they're sparring in class and the teacher, again, I can't remember his name.
Right. Yeah.
They're cussing and he gets them in trouble, and it's basically the show Terrence and Phillip, which is a Canadian show, which is kind of funny because they portray Canada very different than, I guess, they in America. I don't know. They make the characters look different, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting and very, like, normally with movies and TV shows, they don't swear all that much.
Yeah.
Like a lot of TV shows that are animated or otherwise, anytime there's usually cussing involved, they'll bleep it out, except for maybe if it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Maybe midnight if you're lucky, and they'll have the uncensored version, which generally you don't find. I mean, they do have it, but it's very rare that you will have a uncensored show on TV. Usually it'll be like when it's released as like a DVD they'll have the uncensored version, or what have you. But generally, it's censored, unless it's like, you know, like I said, 10, 11 o'clock at night or later.
Yeah, midnight around those times, yeah.
When kids are in bed.
But what I liked about this movie is that they made fun of a lot of, it was kind of like pop culture maybe, you know, like, I mean, Terrence and Phillip, obviously, they made fun of censorship. They made fun of Saddam Hussein, who was with Satan, and that whole classic, oh my god, they killed Kenny.
You bastard, you killed Kenny.
And they actually did kill Kenny, and there's a sequence where he's going up to heaven, and then he gets denied, and then of course, he's plummeting down the pits of hell, and you got fucking James Hetfield and Green Jelly, I believe it was, doing this song about him going to hell. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. One thing about South Park is there's a lot of, not really racism, but very things you generally wouldn't expect to be talked about, or things that are very risky to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, there is racism in the show, but it's more of, like, things that are not talked about at all, or talked about very little, and it's done in a way that's entertaining and funny. Like, with some shows, like The Simpsons, or maybe Family Guy. American Dad, yeah, kind of, but Simpsons and Family Guy more. There's a lot of sensitive topics that are talked about, and there is some sensitive topics that are talked about in South Park, but it's done in a way that's not meant to be offensive or derogatory or create backlash, although certain episodes of certain shows have gotten backlash. But it's really generally done in a funny way. Like, there was an episode of Family Guy where Steve has a job as a pizza delivery dude, and he's driving around with this pizza guy, and they're going house to house delivering pizzas, and comes to this one house, and, you know, knock on the door opens, and it's the guy that pecks on Steve all the time, and kid's like, oh, you brought my pizza for me, that's great. His dad comes to the door, he's like, oh, that pizza's not for you, the pizza's for us, you don't get any pizza, whatever. Like, and like, get in here and clear my son.
Yeah. I laughed so hard at that. This was like a few months after I had shunt surgery, and it was one of those things where I like the kind of humor that it's so unexpected, like, yeah, you tend to laugh your ass off, and basically I was in tears, so.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite part about the South Park movie?
I would probably have to say just the overall aspect of, like, it's pop culture, it's totally different, it's totally out there, but yet it's done in a way that is, like, meant to be funny. And there are a lot of TV shows that are over the top and out there, and like you say, that shock value, if you will, where you can't believe they did that, can't believe they said that, but at the same time, it's so unexpected and done so well that it's funny.
Yeah, like it's off the top humor that, you know, in every generation, and same with music or same with anything else, will try to outshock the last thing.
Yeah.
You know, first it was The Simpsons, and then you had South Park, and then of course Family Guy. The difference between The Simpsons and South Park is that South Park went even further.
Oh yeah, South Park pushed the envelope way past the boundaries of other shows, and like I'm sure there are certain shows that don't want to be the politically incorrect and insensitive show.
Right.
And I think South Park rides that line of, going to a place that's, over the top, edgy, risky, vulgar at times, inappropriate, dirty, very adult humor, but it's meant to be exactly that, humor, funny.
Yeah.
Not meant to be, hurtful in any way.
Although, it's funny because I talk about this sometimes about, we're so fucking politically incorrect now. It's kind of like we can't hurt people's feelings.
Mm.
And it's like, and I've said this a lot, that you can poke fun at me all you want, and I mean, I do have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
I don't think people really know that. Or if someone picks on you, let's say. But there's also, like, going too far. Like, I mean, there's picking on somebody just for the sake of picking on somebody.
Yeah.
It's not really that funny. It's just kind of, I don't know how else to explain it, but...
Yeah. You're friends with somebody for a long time, you know each other really well, and you can throw cheap shots and barbs at each other and mean it in a way that's funny and not meant to be hurtful. And then there's picking on somebody basically just to be a bully.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But anyways, this movie definitely has a lot of good, like, songs as well. Like, it's almost, they're trying to be a musical.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, Uncle Fucker, and there's Blame Canada. There's other stuff too, as the song I just mentioned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then of course it ends, oh yeah, Cartman gets electrocuted.
Oh god.
Yeah. How long has it been since you've seen the movie?
Oh, quite a while.
Yeah. So, he gets electrocuted, and basically, every time he cusses, he gets zapped or whatever. So, at the end of the movie, they're trying to stop, I believe Kathy Lee Gifford is in there. Not Kathy Lee Gifford, but like somebody who's poking fun at her. I don't know why she would do the show, but anyways, she turns into this monster, and Cartman is trying to get rid of her, and he's cussing a lot, and finally just Barbra Streisand, and then that sets things off, and everything goes back to normal. So, it's a good movie. I talk about Saddam Hussein and Satan, and they're having sex. And there's a lot of good parts in the movie, and rewatching it again, I try to remember a lot to talk about for our videos, and I think about watching them again, and yeah, it was a pretty fun movie to go get for. So, I don't know if they come out with anything else, but yeah, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. South Park, as a show, has been popular for many years. I believe it's still going.
Yeah.
And like South Park is just as popular as The Simpsons, and The Simpsons has been around for way longer.
Yeah.
But just the fact that you've got basically these kids that there's these four friends that go to school and hang out at each other's house and get into all these wacky and weird and very risky situations
Yeah.
in episodes is what makes the show so interesting. And then to take that and put it into a movie and call it Bigger, Badder, and Uncut. So they took the premise of the show and
Yeah.
just really went for the gusto. Like Saddam Hussein and Satan having sex and Cartman getting electrocuted
Yeah.
and all this other shit.
It was fucking amazing to watch. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of South Park. I've watched a few episodes that I really did enjoy. I think watching the movie again, the only thing that I believe was missing in the movie is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do in this one, as far as I can tell. But all the other shit they put in the movie, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
I mean, I definitely recommend it. And I mean, if you're not a very huge fan, even if you're not, it would be really fun to just watch it and see what it's like.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yeah, that's it.
So, the next time we do Wheels of Fury, we're going to talk about Phobia,
Mm-hmm.
and then that goes right into Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
So, I hope you liked it. I mean, like I said, this is the first time we talk about a movie.
Yeah.
And look back at a movie. So, for me, Matt, this is Killer Kyle. We'll talk to you next time. Deuces.